So currently just before 7 AM and we're heading to get Christoph. This is the start of the mega road trip. We have made it. We are here at Harris Tweed Hebrides at the Shawbost Mill on the Isle of Lewis. It's a lovely half-hour drive from Stornoway. They've got a special tour for us inside, all around the mill, process from start to finish, and I can't wait to see what it's like. Come along and see what we're going to find. Wow! Just don't break it.
Yeah, just don't break it.
Okay, great. Well,
It's like, why do people want to have a Rolls Royce or a Bentley or a Aston Martin, you know?
You're a busy man.
Not really.
Oh, okay. A ton of wool a day. A ton. And look at the different colours it's thrown off as well, all by hand. It's fantastic.
So we buy the wool in, it's all pre-washed for us.
Right.
So it can go straight into, from British wool.
Right.
It's all been scoured and cleaned for us.
And all of the wool that you use is all British, isn't it?
Yep.
It's all British wool.
Yeah. So it'll come and it is washed, just likes to bring lots of nature with it.
Yep, yep.
So then it'll go through into our dye house, where we'll dye 56 different shades of wool, which then goes into our teaser, gets blended up to 200 different yarn shades.
Unbelievable. And it all comes in like this?
Yeah, it comes in big bales, and you'll see them through here.
Is this what it comes like here?
Yep.
Look at that. That's your washed wool. It actually looks like insulation. Immaculately clean. And it smells like shearing time. It still maintains that smell, even though it's all washed and sorted out, it still maintains that smell.
So we weigh out the wool in 55 kilo barrels.
Okay.
And then they go in here. This is just to break it all apart.
Right.
And you see again, it's in big lumps, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty compact,
yeah,
isn't it?
It's just compact in the bale, you know.
Yep.
And it goes in here to get all broken apart.
Okay.
We'll go on the other side.
Right.
The wool gets taken in there, and there's hot water, and there's nothing else but hot water put on it, and then it's mashed down.
Right.
Once it's all in there, you change the hot water to cold water. That it shrinks it, you know, just makes it tight. Because if you lift it up, it's all floppy, it'll just fall out everywhere.
Yeah.
Once our cake's ready, maybe 4 minutes of cold water, and Davey's just going to lift one out. So it gets lifted out on the chains and into the cylinder over behind them.
Yeah.
And you hook the other chains onto the plate, so they're all intact, you know. So when you lift them out, you're lifting the three at one go,
right,
so, you know. So that there is the cylinder. That's it, it's got 3 cakes in it.
Right, okay.
3 times 55 kilos, so we've got 165 kilo of wool in there.
Of wool in there?
Yeah.
And how much wool do you dye a day? Yeah.
About a ton a day.
A ton of wool a day?
Yeah.
That's a shocking amount of wool. It's a lot of wool.
Yeah, a few sheep.
Yeah.
So
impressive.
once that's lifted out, the whole cylinder comes out, goes into that pot. You set up whichever colour you're wanting to do in it. You program in the colour. We've got a list of all the colours that we have. Gives us a recipe. Tells us how much. We did a sky blue this morning, so that was the colour that went into sky blue.
Got you.
The one that's on just now is a yellow. So there we go. So we'd have to get a bucket and weigh out 780 grams of yellow. 29 grams of brown, 11 grams of blue.
And that gives you your...
And that will give us a colour.
Yeah, so you've always got the exact colour
Yeah,
all the time and
yeah.
it's uniform.
So then, once it's out, when you take it out, this is all the colours we do.
Right.
So this is our sample. So we check them by eye, first of all. Once we take the lid off, make sure it's the right colour, take a sample in here, check it against that.
Yep.
Make sure it's right, and then it goes to the next stage.
So the whole dyeing process works off these massive cylinders. So they're not fixed in there, they're going to lift the whole thing out, move it over into here.
Then they go in here. It's like a whizzer, we call it. It's
Looks like a massive tumble dryer.
that's basically exactly what it is. Goes round at 500 RPM.
Right.
So lid comes down on it. Takes about 70% of the water come out of it then.
Right.
Then it gets lifted out of there. Normally it would be put up here. So the cakes would sit up here.
Right.
And then when that's empty, you just push them down. Just manually push them down, but keep the plate up here.
What's your job?
Blending.
Blending.
We've got all the wool for the dye house. They'll dye all the wool. It comes
Yep.
in here in bags, either the black and the big bags,
Yep.
or the smaller bags with the colours in them.
Right.
There's all recipes come down. It tells you exactly what's going in every mix.
Got you.
So we
Yeah.
just divide it out into the baler here,
Right. They got a massive set of scales somewhere, I presume.
right there.
I was only joking, but it's actually a massive set of scales, yeah.
yeah.
So you weigh it all out into there and
Yeah.
divide it up.
Yeah, well, we through the big teaser here,
Yep.
or the teeth, and it mixes it into here. You can see it's all mixed there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we can do no separate colours. By the time you get it through there, it's like this. It'll get double mixed again
Right.
to the other side, and then it goes through the teaser over there.
Right, okay.
That sends up to the cards, and you'll get your
And they card it all together and it comes out as one
wheel
colour.
there, aye.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. So that one that we just seen gets mixed
Yeah,
twice.
that'll come across next into there and into here. You see all the teeth there, just breaks it off now.
Right, okay.
Through the other machine, the
Almost
teaser.
shreds it right up.
Yeah. That'll go to the teaser, which is even more teeth and blades and all
Oh,
that.
right. So it's really getting shredded at this point.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So it needs to be, does it need to be dry for going through there?
Yeah.
And then wet again
Just to here.
for coming back
To the
through?
card, just to work it on the cards.
So we need to get
We'll get a big give.
completely dry to then damp again so it's actually workable and
Exactly, yeah.
and we can use it.
You feel that there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's just to make it more workable.
Just slightly damp, yeah.
And these things.
So what colour does this end up being?
Pass.
God knows, yeah.
I never
Look
seen the
how,
end result.
look how many there is in there. How would you even guess what
Yeah.
colour that's going to be?
Oh, it's amazing, eh?
It's quite wet, there's a lot of moisture in it
Aye,
actually,
aye.
really, isn't
Yeah.
there? And that's the last one you've done.
That was the very last one done there.
So how do you bring that out? Oh, it gets blown into here, doesn't
No,
it?
yeah. There's a when you've got the vent there, I'll turn it to direct it into them.
Alright, directs it
Up
that way,
yeah.
blows it in there.
Yep.
And then from here,
Into the card.
and how does it come from here into there? Hand.
Massive handful.
Is it really?
Yes, honestly.
All this process, all
Yes.
mechanised, and then
That's
it's
it. Then throw it in
handballed
there.
in.
Yeah.
So the blends can have anything from like 3 wool colours to like 8 wool colours
Yeah.
all blended to make whatever shades
To get
are
it to
going
the right
through.
shade, yeah.
Yep, so we've got this way. So it's slowly fed into the hopper just to stop any clogging in the machine.
Yep.
It'll go through the wheelchair. There's lots of pins on them that just rip it apart to give it a good blend of all the different shades.
It's such a hard substance to work with, I
So
think.
we've got like a suction thing that takes any excess fluff to ideally
Alright.
stop it going into the clogs and
Right,
things.
right. Stop the clogging. Because it is difficult to work with wool, really, isn't it? It
Yeah.
just wants to stick together.
And
Oh,
they clean it in between each batch and things as well.
yeah.
So you can see it getting scraped off here, and then it's getting fed over there, and you can feel that it's like candy floss
Oh, yeah.
at this stage.
It does look like candy floss. So soft.
So again, this section is just to regroup to stop any clogging or limit any clogging.
Yep.
So the next lot of wheels, the pins are a lot closer to give it a lot finer blend.
Right. Got you.
So again, another 2 sets of wheels just doing the same thing. It still breaks really easily at this stage. There's no strength in it at this stage.
So you twist that all up,
Yeah.
makes it like a rope almost, and it's really
Yeah,
strong.
over here, sorry.
Everything that comes off the cards, they are.
Yep.
We basically put it on the racks there, put it down on the spools, and then that gets transferred onto these bobbins here. I go through these rollers here, and then down to these false twists, and then it comes down onto these rollers again here, and my job basically is just to get the bobbin here and connect it up until the stuff that's going onto here.
Right.
So I'm just tying them together. It's pretty simple once you know how to do it. The hardest part to learn is tying this onto the spools that are coming down here. Yeah, it's just once we do this, we basically put it into a big trolley, and then it gets sent down to the steamer. We then steam it, and all the bobbins then go up there down to the yarn store for the weavers and the warpers to finish up.
Yeah, to actually make the tweed.
Yeah, so to actually finish off the tweed and make the tweed. So all that we do is just grab it and then pull that out. And then,
Scott's done this a few times. How long have you worked here, Scott?
I've only been here, well, a bit over a year, probably nearly a year and a half now. So.
You enjoy it?
I love it, yeah.
Good.
I really enjoy it. A good bunch of people here as well.
Good,
So,
good. That's what it's all about.
yeah, so yeah, see there's 9 ends there. You pull that down, and then you just get them to go like that.
So you just hand twist it onto there.
Hand twist it, yeah, and then see once the machine starts.
That gets it going.
That gets it going. It's pretty simple once you
Once you get the hang of it.
Once you get the hang of it, but it took me about 5 or 6 months.
Oh yeah,
until
I can
eventually
imagine.
got it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But yeah, so that's ready to go, and then all you need to do now is just you just take the bobbins out, and then
Put a fresh one on.
put a fresh one on. Yeah, so that's why we've got the tubes here, because they're the empty bobbins ready to go onto there.
Oh right, got you.
So like all you would do is just pull that out and just one turn like that, and then down, and then yeah. So that bobbin now is
That's it, ready to go.
Yeah.
You got a few bobbins to change then.
117.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
big job.
Yeah.
So what are you up to just now? What process is this?
This is warping.
Warping.
Warping, yeah.
Right, okay, and we've got loads of bobbins on here, and
Yeah.
is this all manual? Does it take loads of figuring out what you
Yeah.
have to do, or do you have a sheet that you work off?
That's the pattern card there,
Right.
and see that's the first colour there.
Yep.
You put 12 on, second colour 2, and you work down the way.
So can we come around here and see how you work it out?
The first 12 are what goes into the waist, so that's just any colours.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you start from here, and then so 289 is that colour, so 8, there's 8 in a row, 8, 12,
Got you.
then you go on to the next one, 2 of them, back up, 2 of them, yeah.
Wow.
So-
and you have to do this all the way along?
Yeah. And you reach number 96, which is halfway for this one,
Right.
because there's 2 lots. So
Right.
you reach the end and you start again.
Oh, I see. So there's
Yeah,
there's two
It
different.
just depends what it is, you know.
Right. So in this particular one, there's 2 lots of the same thing.
2 lots of the same thing. It all adds up to the same amount of threads when you're finished.
Right. Okay.
And
Okay.
it's done in sections. So all the bobbins that are on here is one section. So there's 2 already on there. See what I've tied the...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See the,
so
I see the knots.
You do
on
one
there.
section, cut it, you just tuck it in there, then you go on to the next one, put it all the way across. You know,
Wow.
it
Is
is
it-
complicated, but once you've been doing it
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
while,
Once you've been, I mean, how long have you been doing it? Long
about
time.
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
So you're well versed in it.
Yeah.
At the start of it, did it take a whole load of figuring out of?
Oh yeah. 2 lots of 4 tweeds. So when I finish this one and it goes onto the beam, it'll be 4 different tweeds.
Right. Okay.
4 lots of 58 metres.
All right. So,
So the weaver does 58 metres, cuts it, sends that back in, does the next one. You know, so otherwise it wouldn't all fit around the loom.
yeah. Of course, you have to make it fit.
Yeah, so that's what this is. When this is finished, these bobbins will be down to about whatever's left on them. I'll take them off, do the same setup again, and then do the next 4.
And how long does it take you to do a full setup? How long does it take to set all this part up? I presume all this has to be done by hand here.
Yeah.
Fed all
Well,
through.
what you do when you finish it, you open this and you just break the threads here. So the threads are already
They're already there.
So you tie the next one to it, and then you just pull the lot through, and
Yep.
you come up with.
And then you've got the
next
fresh.
pattern,
You've
yeah.
got the fresh
Yeah.
batch in front of it.
Yeah.
So how long do you think? How long does it take to reset the whole lot?
Probably take about 20 minutes to set it up, another 20 minutes to tie it in.
Oh, that's not
and
too
then
bad.
Maybe half an hour to go across the thing.
Yeah. So talk us through what we've got here, Derek.
This is the double width loom.
Double width
that
loom.
Every weaver has their own home. And just a
No way, you use it like a bike.
cycling motion.
Really?
Yeah. If you watch it, with the thing that shoots across, that's called the rapier.
Right.
Look at it. And it picks up, they call the wave there, see?
Yep.
It
brings
takes
it
it
through.
across and releases it there at that point.
That's right, yeah. So it does, yeah.
And then just repeats the process. Picks it up.
And can you get through quite a lot of tweed like this? Can you weave quite a lot like this? Is it quite a
Yeah.
fast process, or?
You do about 4.5 meters an hour.
Oh, it is a lot then.
So yeah,
Yeah, it is a lot.
you have a wee pedal. Just don't pedal
What
backwards.
if I get out of breath? It's going to be really embarrassing.
Just don't pedal backwards.
I love the cover. Look at the cushion. Of course, branded. Need the badge on there. Just don't break it. Did you say?
Yeah, just don't
Okay.
break it.
Okay, great. Is there gears in this, Derek, or is it
I'm
just
afraid
one
no,
speed?
no,
Just
one speed only.
And where do you set up the pattern? How do you actually set up the pattern on this?
You get a ticket, the mill will send you out what they call a beam. That's the beam there. So called the beam with a tweed on it.
Okay.
And the mill will send out a ticket along with it. And the weaver has to follow the instructions on that ticket. This is what they call the pattern card. That's what they call the pattern card. That would work. You put that in. So basically this is what works the pattern. It's going to be the computer now. It dictates what gets picked up here. If you see this arm here, it's in a hole in that card.
Yep.
So it stays down. So it stays down and gets collected.
I mean, it's so many moving parts, but all.
And that's it changed. It's taking the second one now.
It's changing colours as well with what we've just done there.
Yeah.
You know, you're going from green to brown, and
That's it changed again. So it's the pattern card that's dictating that,
yeah.
which one gets picked up.
Ah, that's telling what thread and what colour is coming through.
That's it changed again.
And is this because it's a test card? It's just doing different.
Yeah, but it's just that we're just getting this. This loom hadn't been working for years.
Oh,
So
really?
No. So we just got it up and running last week.
Ah, cool. Nice.
So
And will it stay here, or will it go out to a home somewhere?
it can go to another home weaver.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And how much does the home weaver need to do for you?
It's
there
up
an-
to
is
the
there
home.
an-
It's up to the home weaver how much he does himself. There's no set amount.
It can be anything.
Yeah.
It can be anything.
Seeing a broken thread. Is it? Yeah.
There's a lot to keep an eye on, isn't there?
Oh my goodness.
There's a broken thread. How even do you see that? And how long does it take to get trained on one of these, Derek?
Oh, it takes a few months before you would be up and running.
Yeah, it would have to,
know
surely.
all the bits and pieces.
Yeah, before you're actually fluent in it, kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
See this?
Gives-
This is what they call the lino.
Yeah.
That's getting woven in at the edge of the tweed, and it
Got you.
holds it together. You see it there.
Yep. And then
So-
that's the excess at the end.
Yep.
You know, it's all powered by hand. No machinery involved or anything. No computers. And look at the different colours it's thrown off as well. All by hand. It's fantastic.
So the tweeds will arrive back here from the weaver. They'll get set up here. They'll get fed through here. There's a light on the back of this, which shows up any flaws, so they'll know if it has to go to darning and stuff.
So what does
See-
darning mean?
A bit missing there. See this?
Yeah.
Double string. So the darning is, I'll take you through there. The
Okay.
ladies will sit and they'll pull out any flaws in.
And do they sort it?
Yep, and they'll add any yarns that
Wow, you
need
can actually
replaced.
sort it.
Yeah, yeah. So at this stage, so they'll take this out and they'll repair that.
Wow.
It also takes a measurement of the fabric as well, so the weavers get paid for the correct length that they've done.
All right, amazing. So
because
it's all
gets,
accurate.
Yeah, so it gets measured at this stage because it shrinks during the wash, so we want to make sure we pay the weavers for what they've actually done.
Got you.
Because it can shrink up to a couple of metres in the finishing
All right,
process.
as much as that. And are these all made on that kind of bike that we've seen earlier?
Yeah, all in a double loom.
It's all made like that?
So this is the darning ladies.
Hello guys. Hello. How are you? And what are you up to?
We basically fix it. So when any faults that come in,
Yep.
we pick it up
Yep.
ideally and then mend it, repair it.
Okay.
So there could be like thousands of,
Oh God.
there could be so many things depending on the weaver, the loom,
Yes,
the
pattern.
yarn,
Yeah.
handmade. So
Yeah. So it just depends. And do you sometimes get one in where you're like, oh, do you know what? This is a good one. I'm going to be able to fire through this. And then other ones you're like, oh my goodness.
Some of them can take many hours. Others,
Many hours, is it really?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Others don't even come to the yard.
Okay.
They pass us by. But so
And why is that? Why did they pass you by?
because they've done it well.
Oh right. Oh really? So not everything comes in here.
It only comes in here if there are faults. And then we fix the problem, so that's amended. The yarn can break as well,
Right.
so you just add it in.
You've got an insanely difficult job. I do not envy it at all.
This is the wash machine, pretty much self-explanatory. So this takes 8 tweeds, I think it is at a time, when
Right.
each tweed's 50 metres.
And what stage are we actually at here? Is this after darning?
Yeah, so it'll go in, if it needs it, it'll go in and get repaired by the ladies, and then it'll come here, it'll get washed and scoured, and then it'll come out, it'll go up the D-twister. It comes out like that, all tangled from the machine,
D-twister, I got you.
and then it goes up.
And that brings it out and
flattens
spreads
on
it
the
out.
board. Yeah,
And
it
then-
comes through and goes through the big squeegee, just takes any excess
Squeegee takes the water out, yeah.
Yep, and then this is for dryer, so it just feeds along. So there's pins on each side, so I'll just go flat through there. And that's
Oh,
just
so there's
a
a
big,
massive bit of tweed comes through
yeah,
and
just a
runs
big gas dryer.
right the way through there.
Yeah, so it'll then come out the dryer and it'll go through this machine. And in here, there's just a big giant blade that shaves the top of it to take
Okay.
any excess fluff or yarn that shouldn't be on it. And then it goes through into this, which is the steamer, and it's just a big iron basically. And that's what it's like when it's finished compared to what it was like when it
Compared
came
to the
through.
roughness of what it was. And why is it like that? Is it just with being washed and
Yeah, just the yarns. I know it's been washed before we get the wool. It's classed as dirty or greasy yarn, so just all these different. So the
all these
steamer
processes softens
also,
it right up?
Yeah, the steamer also compacts it as well,
Yep.
which tightens it all up, and you can't see through it as much as you could.
No, you can't, no.
Another.
Oh, because it's been compacted, that's
Yeah.
why.
Because the yarns were all loose to start with, now they're all.
Got you.
Yep. So we've got a picking table down here, which is just for darker tweeds really. Remember the bits that we picked out the wool up by?
Yep.
Some of them still carry through the processes,
Right.
so they show on here. So the ladies will just pick these bits out.
And how long will this take?
It varies from, could be a few hours depending how bad. Some shows up a lot more than others, but mostly dark. But it does take them. It could take them an hour, it could take them 3 hours, just depending on
Alright, so you
the
do actually
individual
move
tweed.
through it pretty quick.
Yeah.
What process are we at just now?
This is the stamping. This is the last,
Stamping.
the last process.
Okay.
It's not actually Harris Tweed until it's stamped.
Okay, roger
so
that.
up until now, it's just up with a cloth.
Got you.
So when Calum stamps it, that means it's actually become officially Harris Tweed. Calum comes over once a day
Alright.
to stamp.
Every day. Right, okay, got you.
So
And is there anything you're looking for in particular, Callum, that
Well, by the time it gets here, it's been through just about every other
Colour.
inspection you can think of. It's
Right,
Calum
okay.
checks that the cloth has been woven in accordance with the Harris Tweed Authority's rules and regulations.
Okay.
You should be able to trace from the wool to the stamping. You know, like where the wool came from.
Yep.
All the processes that were done in here, and who wove it, and which mill finished it.
Got you.
So that there's a you know, if you really wanted to, you could see. You know,
It should all be traceable. It should,
yes,
all...
it should all be traceable.
Got you.
The weaver signs the declaration at the back.
Okay. Got you.
See, and then if they haven't signed it, Cal can't stamp it.
Right. So there's various stages that we need to go through here.
Yeah.
So this all been signed
And
and
that's
it's
recorded in here. And then that goes back to the Harris Tweed Authority. They keep these records.
right. Got you. So there's a record of every tweed that's went through the mill.
Yeah.
It's certified.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's this mill, there's a mill in Stornoway, and there's a mill in Carnoway as well.
Got you. So you're a busy man.
Not really, no.
Oh, okay.
Two of us.
I mean, you got a chance here.
Don't do yourself down, Carl.
I was going to say, you got a chance here. Big it up. Yeah, I'm very busy. Yeah,
No,
with
no,
insanely important job here.
No.
What do you think propelled Harris Tweed into like that? It's basically world famous, isn't it? You know, it's all throughout the world. There's a huge demand for it throughout the world. What do you think gave it that? What's the reason that it came so much to the forefront of public attention? Is there a specific event, do you think, or do you think it's just the quality that's eventually spoke for itself?
I suppose it's like, why do people want to have a Rolls Royce or a Bentley or a Aston Martin? You know, because it's handmade. It's
The other thing about it is it's really hard wearing.
Yes.
I mean, you can still see Harris Tweed tickets for sale that are 100 years old.
Yeah.
So you can still wear them.
Yeah.
But going back years, you know, like people who were only making jackets and coats and suits out of it. But now they're making
Anything you want, really, isn't it?
you know,
It
they're
looks
making
great in
harnesses for dogs and leads for dogs and
furniture. It looks amazing.
It does.
Yeah.
And do you know, I think it's got that element that everyone's looking for in their home. It's got that bit of class, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
You've got so do you need to actually stamp it? Is this a physical thing?
It is indeed.
It is actually.
It is indeed. There's a beeswax transfer there.
Right.
So it's stamped at the beginning and the end with a large transfer. It's 3 times in the running length with a small one.
Right.
And that's the authentication process.
Brilliant. So we are finished with our mill tour today. I'm here with Margaret Ann, who is the CEO of Harris Tweed Hebrides. First of all, Margaret Ann, thanks so much for your time and hospitality today. Just a couple of quick questions for you before we head away. Can you tell us, and can you tell the viewers, what makes Harris Tweed Harris Tweed? Why is it so special?
Thank you. Well, thank you for coming all this way.
problem.
We've all been following your journey north and
It's been,
over
yeah.
the water. So thanks very much
It's
for
been a
coming
fair
to
journey.
the Shawbus Mill. So at Harris Tweed Hebrides, we only produce Harris Tweed fabric.
Yeah.
And Harris Tweed is very unusual in that it's governed by an Act of Parliament, which
Yeah.
is effectively a law that states we have to start with pure new wool,
Yeah.
and everything must happen here on the Outer Hebrides.
Yep.
So we bring in only British farmed wool, which is really important to us. We're
Yeah.
supporting the farmers across the whole of the UK, and that's our starting point that you've seen here at the mill
Yeah.
today.
Of course, yeah.
And from that, we produce all of our own yarn,
Yeah.
prepare our own warps, and then deliver those to the team of home weavers who are out there in their crofts, hand weaving each and every metre. And then that comes back into the mill for final finishing,
Yeah.
and that authentication process, which again is done independently by the Harris Tweed Authority.
Yeah, and we've seen a wee bit of that today as well.
Great,
yeah.
you saw the orb stamping.
Yeah, onto our own Harris Tweed, which was fantastic.
Fantastic.
So everything is done on Lewis and Harris.
Absolutely. So the whole of the Western Isles, but at the moment that is Lewis and Harris
Yeah.
where we work.
And that's what makes it so special. You know, this isn't outsourced to everyone to be able to mass produce it here, there and everywhere. You know, it is the premium product, and it lasts for years and years and years. You know, it's not something that's going to, that's just a throwaway item. This is something that you keep for a long, long time. What is it that you think has actually propelled Harris Tweed into, it's a world famous brand now, isn't it? And
Yeah.
do you think this is something that's recent, that's seen a big boom? And what is it you think that's actually caused that?
Well, if you look at our history, we've been producing Harris Tweed on these islands for the best part of 110, 120 years under the official branding. For many years before that, the crofters were producing it to keep themselves warm and dry. So we have been an international brand for a long, long time. But the brand had gone into a little bit of a lull. The activity in terms of marketing and pushing forward the brand had kind of stopped. So since Harris Tweed Hebrides started in 2007, we've absolutely focused on pushing out, meeting those international buyers, finding new markets, new customers like yourself who come to us and want a little part of Harris Tweed to be brought into your collection. So I think for us it's about working with our customers, focusing on colour, focusing on pattern, and always about small batch production, following the traditional methods that have served us so well. Those are the methods we continue to use here at the Shawbost Mill and will continue to use going forward as well.
And I think that is what makes it special. You know, it's the whole process. What we've been able to witness throughout the video that you've seen earlier and throughout our tour at the mill today, it's been absolutely spectacular and an eye-opening experience for me and Christoph as well. I didn't realise so much went into it. And yeah, it's been fantastic. And hats off to you guys for creating the brand and pushing it out throughout the world, and obviously doing your bit for tourism in Scotland as well. We try and do our bit, you definitely do your bit, and it all contributes to the wider economy, and it's something that I hope you're really proud of, and you should be really proud of.
Oh, thanks very much. We're very proud, and we look forward to working with you going forward as well. We're all about rural sustainability, whether that's from farming right through to supporting small communities that you're seeing here in the island of Lewis and Harris. So,
yeah, absolutely. Thanks everyone for joining us through our tour of the mill today. It's been fantastic. Our Harris Tweed products are going to be available on our Christmas store. We can't wait for them to be released. Everything made with the Harris Tweed here and then produced in Scotland as well throughout all our products. So looking forward to that. First roll has already been shipped off, another 9 to go, and yeah, we're getting there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one. Thanks guys.
Thank you.